want to say thank y'all for coming out. This is our part two of our panel discussion. Thank you for
Well,
correct.
well, I was scared. I really was. I felt like it was too late in the game for us to change quarterbacks.
So, talk about from your perspective the importance of the black vote, because um, that's always something that comes into play for every presidential election. The importance of the black vote and getting the black vote. So, kind of talk towards that of the importance of it and the pride that you feel of when you go into the ballot box to write down your selection for the president of the United States.
We all know that the black vote is divided.
Yeah.
So we really need to understand how important our vote is. We tend to, as a people, we kind of like downgrade our vote and the importance of, we truly need to step up. As we're seeing Kamala stepping up, we all need to step up. Seeing how we've gone as soon as we announced that Kamala was running for president, all the Zoom calls came out. Black women, black men, white women, millennials. So think about our vote. It is truly important, and our vote is so important. One thing that comes to mind is people died for us to vote. So we really need to hone in on that, like how important it is for us to get the ballot.
Anybody else like to add to that?
Well, let me just say, just exercising the right to vote should be, in my mind, one of the main focuses. Because with anything without exercise, kind of a complacency can creep in, and then you begin to take things for granted. Now, on the other hand, I think it's important. I'm always one that kind of like to proceed with caution. So when the change was made and Harris was the nominee, I was concerned, and the reason I say that is I don't want our vote to be taken for granted. Like taxation without representation.
Yep.
Right.
So
yeah. So I don't want that to be taken for granted, because just on this panel before we finish, I believe the audience will understand how important the black vote is, and a lot of the Democratic nominees wouldn't have made it in without the black vote, and they know that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and they know that. With that being said, if there are agendas and there are issues and there are things that we want addressed and we can no longer wait for them to be addressed, then we have to put that forward and carry the weight of the vote to back us up. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So let me not just cut you off, because you just said something that, and I know earlier point you said about millennials to be very transparent, since we family now, because y'all family now, so you might as well just a lot of my age group, because I'm millennial, think that sometimes the Democratic Party may take our vote for granted and not reply back to our responses of what we feel should be done from a policy perspective. So what can you say to that to get those young voters to still go and vote for VP Harris in November?
Okay, let me add one more thing on to what you said. Not respect our vote or not address our issues, and the last little caveat I want to put in there: in a timely manner.
Okay.
In a timely manner. See, we don't have generations to wait for this to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Now, your group, the millennials, one of the things when I used to teach school that these are junior high kids, and this is back in the 90s. The kids would say, well, whatever you do, Mr. Warren, just keep it real.
Mm-hmm.
I just want total transparency. Just tell me what it is. I don't know. I care how bad it is. Just lay it out here and then tell me all of it so I can deal with it. Right? If we are, addressing the Democratic Party, a lot of blacks and minority voters have dedicated their vote to the Democratic Party. There are certain issues that when we bring them forward, we want them addressed in a timely manner. Now, a lot of people say, oh, well, Obama couldn't do that. He couldn't come outright and say, I'm doing this for black people. Well, some of the millennials will say to me, well, that's funny because you can come out with and you've heard it,
Yep.
Asian hate crime bill. You
Yep.
can come out with a Native American. And if it doesn't make it through Congress or through the Senate, guess what? Trump or Bush, they just go to the executive order.
Yeah.
And they override everybody.
First 100 days.
Right. And let the next party or the next opposing party deal with it or try to rescind it or whatever. But they will take the action of the executive order. So that's what we have to address. We're in our 50s now. All right. We're in our 50s now. So you millennials, I don't really think you have the patience. Like
we don't.
have. Yeah, you don't have the patience that we had to wait that long. So the Democratic Party needs to be put on notice that for the vote, action is required. I'll leave it at that.